The story begins in 1980, depicting Egypt, where many ancient artifacts could be found. The leader of all archaeologists knew that a sandy storm was approaching soon, yet he didn't stop his men from researching and urged them to proceed because, under any circumstances, the leader had to find those ancient caves first. The leader told his son to return to the tent. Just then, he fell inside something that directly led him to call for help in a very large cave. Upon calling for help, the boy's father and many other archaeologists also enter the cave. It was astonishing that this was the same cave that all the archaeologists had been searching for so many days. After going inside and seeing, the archaeologist finds many ancient mummies, along with some things left there, about which they had no idea at all. There was a tablet of golden type on the grave of a mummy, which all the archaeologists understood that it is very precious and ancient. Therefore, we should take control of all these things. But when some people living there came to know about it, they came to the archaeologist and said that all the things kept here are very magical, and if any of you touch these things, you could also be cursed. But the leader of the archaeologist and the rest of the people understood that these people wanted to remove us and capture these ancient things. Therefore, the leader of the archaeologist drove away the villagers and shifted all the ancient things present in that cave to the city. Now we were shown a scene many years later where a man named Larry was doing a very responsible job in the museum. Actually, all those ancient things were present inside that museum, which had been brought from the caves of Egypt many years ago. It was surprising that due to some magic, all the ancient species and mummies inside the museum had come alive. From the skeletons of dinosaurs to all those ancient people who only had dolls, all were alive. Larry knew about these things. Therefore, he had made the museum very famous by befriending all the ancient people, and now he wanted to do a show in front of big businessmen so that more money could be invested in the museum. Larry was approached by Captain A, who was riding a horse, saying that we have prepared all the preparations for the stage performance. Now we just have to impress the businessman by showing the performance. Now an Egyptian pharaoh comes to Larry and says that due to the golden tablet, all these ancient people came alive. Some war has started over it, and indeed, the golden tablet was causing a lot of wars. But Larry does not pay much attention to the Egyptian pharaoh's words because he had to run his show, so ignoring the talk of the Egyptian pharaoh, Larry leaves there. Now all the businessmen had come to see that stage show of the museum, along with Larry. Whatever ancient people were alive, they were trying their best to give their performance well, but that golden tablet was now eating a lot more war. And now, due to consuming more than half of the war, the effect of that golden tablet had also ended, causing all the ancient things in the museum that had come alive to slowly go out of control and turn into stone. Performing on stage, now all the ancient people and animals started doing things according to their own will. Captain A was going to shoot Larry among the businessmen because, due to the defect inside the golden tablet, they had forgotten their memories. Now, after seeing all these indecent things in the show, the museum director completely closed the show. The director felt that Larry had done all this, so he was also angry with him. Now Larry was not understanding what was happening to the golden tablet after so long, causing all the things in the museum to go completely out of control. Larry started researching continuously about this, and then he got the idea that many years ago, when this golden tablet was taken out of the caves of Egypt. He is still alive, yes, after so many years. He had grown quite old by now, so Larry went to him to gather some information about that golden tablet. The old man was telling Larry that although they had brought the golden tablet back, the villagers there had warned them that touching the information would curse everyone, and after some time, even the magic of the golden tablet would slowly decrease. The old man told Larry that if he wanted to know more about it, he would have to go to a very large museum in England where he could find a lot of information about this golden tablet. So now, Coming to the museum director, Larry starts saying, "Please give me permission to take the golden tablet to England's museum because today, whatever happened on stage was due to the damage of this golden tablet." But hear the museum's direct saying that because of such a worthless performance you have been fired. Larry was saying that as many things were alive in the museum, it was because of this golden tablet, and if it got spoiled then all the things would become dolls again and your museum would also be completely closed. Larry was saying that if you give permission then I can go to England. Because the people in England still don't know that I have been fired from my job. After a lot of thinking, the museum director had given permission. Now, along with the golden tablet, many ancient people were being shifted to England's museum. Larry quickly catches a flight and reaches England. When Larry enters the museum with all his companions, he realizes that due to the magical powers of the golden tablet, all the ancient things in this museum have also come alive. A large dinosaur skeleton had attacked Larry's friends. The dinosaur skeleton was causing havoc all around the museum, but at the right time, an ancient warrior named Hercules had arrived, showcasing his swordsmanship skills and defeating the large dinosaur skeleton on all sides of the museum. But just after a few steps, many large snakes were attacking all of his friends, which Larry was trying to attack a lot, but Hercules started fighting with those snakes again using his strength this time. Larry and all his friends, after enduring many difficulties to kill that snake, they finally finished it, but now Larry knew he had to fix the golden tablet quickly. Otherwise, all the ancient things in the museum, which had come alive due to the battle on the golden tablet, were slowly starting to lose their memory. Captain's hand had turned into a wax doll completely, meaning that if the golden tablet was not fixed, all of Larry's ancient friends would be killed. Larry also noticed that some people from his team were missing, so now he sent his ancient pet monkey to find them, and he himself set off with the rest of his companions towards the parents of the Golden Pharaoh, who were probably present near the tomb of the Lower Mother. Now on the other side, two people were shown who were part of Larry's team but somehow stuck in such a place where there was a lot of lava coming towards them. The monkey quickly finds both of them, and now a point came when both were going to die in hot lava. Just then, the monkey uses his brain to cool the burning lava from somewhere else, so both of them survive. Now, Larry comes to the parents of Egyptian Pharaoh with the rest of the remaining people. Pharaoh was very happy to see his parents after so many years. Larry explained everything to Pharaoh's parents about how the golden tablet was malfunctioning. The golden tablet used to derive power from the moonlight, but now it wasn't working at all. If the golden tablet continued to malfunction in this way, all the ancient artifacts revived by its magic would also perish. Therefore, they urgently needed to find a way to fix the golden tablet. Suddenly, Hercules, a brave warrior, noticed the golden tablet and thought it was a map leading to his palace. Showing his strength, Hercules grabbed the golden tablet and ran away, taking everyone by surprise. Larry's other friends immediately started chasing Hercules to obtain the golden tablet, but as they ran, Larry was caught by the museum guard, who locked him in a room with an ancient man. The guard left to inform the police. While in the room, Larry noticed that the ancient man had quite a bit of hair on his face. Larry understood that this ancient man might be his ancestor. Now, Larry needed to get out of the room by any means possible and obtain the golden tablet. Just then, Hercules' duplicate of the ancient man reached the door, tapped his head against it, and the door opened automatically. Larry immediately rushed out of the room to chase Hercules. Meanwhile, on the other side, as Hercules was running, he entered a large show based on a play of ancient people where two actors and an actress were performing their art. When Hercules approached closer to the stage, he saw the actress and started thinking that she was his girlfriend. Therefore, now Hercules approached the actress and confessed his love to her. But both were saying that this is not real, but the artist who is doing all the things written in the script, that is, Hercules, understood that nothing was happening like that there. All the people present there were shocked to see Hercules and wondering what he was doing in the unto ad approached continued. Larry's friends, including the captain and all the animals, began to convert into wax dolls. Even Hercules' nose began to melt suddenly. It was then that Larry explained everything to Hercules, that they were all wax dolls brought to life by this tablet, and if this tablet ceased to exist, they would all perish. Hercules, who had been thinking he would reach his palace, realized that it had been destroyed many years ago, meaning it was the 21st century where no palaces remained. Seeing all this and himself, Hercules had already known Larry was right. Therefore, now Hercules gave Larry the golden tablet. Larry quickly straightened the marks made on the golden tablet and placed it under the moonlight. As soon as the light appeared, the golden tablet was fully charged and all the war marks on it were erased. As soon as the tablet was fixed, all the ancient people who had turned into wax also returned to normal condition. That is, Larry finally fixed the golden tablet and saved everyone's life. Now all the ancient people present in the Museum of England had made this decision to leave the golden tablet here. Although Larry knew that if he kept the golden tablet here, then all his ancient friends present in his museum would be killed, but Larry's remaining friends were not bothered by this decision. Larry's friends were saying that everyone was happy, and in this happiness lies theirs. Now, even the Egyptian pharaoh had met his parents, who were very grateful. Larry left the golden tablet in the museum in England and came home with all his other ancient people. Larry was spending some last moments with his ancient friends because it would be morning soon. As soon as it was morning, all these people would become wax dolls, and now there was no golden tablet, meaning they would never get up. The captain finally spoke to Larry and said that his heart was very clear and he would always be happy. Before becoming a wax doll, the captain told Larry that "Smile, my boy, the morning is over," with the rays of the sun also spelled it had stationed. Therefore, he placed the tablet back in his museum, ensuring that once again, all the ancient artifacts in the museum came to life. Everyone was celebrating, which elevated the museum's business to another level. Meanwhile, Derry was watching the museum from outside, aware that his friends had returned. He too returned to the museum, concluding our adventure-filled story here.